Today on Monkey Life, elderly marmoset Jenny gets a visit from the vet in preparation for the arrival of a potential new life partner. But there's a lot of work to do.
We have got loose molars back here, so they're moving around.
Orangutan youngster Hujan begins to adjust to life in the nursery with the help of a new foster mum.
We decided to try and cheer him up. We'd let Oshin in. I think he just wanted some comfort from another orangutan.
And frozen treats for the gwennons. But how do you free up the fruit? Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
Hi! Look at that. Oh, he's fantastic.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 25 different species. It's going to be a busy 24 hours for the small monkey team. They're making plans to pair up 13-year-old marmoset Jenny, who recently lost her long-term mate, Albert. She's in desperate need of companionship, and it looks like a solution has been found. Alison has a long waiting list of marmoset owners needing to rehome their pets. And among them is a male called Clyde. He's of similar age to Jenny, and Alison's arranged to collect him tomorrow.
He's another old person. He's also supposed to be about 13 years old. He's a scruffy-looking pet trade boy. We've seen video clips of him. He looks quite sort of ricketed, which is standard for the UK pets. And yeah, he's hopefully going to be a good partner for Jenny because they're of a similar age and they can live out the rest of their twilight years together.
The team hope the pair will get on. But before any introduction can take place, Jenny needs a visit from the vet.
She's got a bony growth that she's had before in her mouth. Not long after she first arrived from the pet trade, we had her down and we actually had to cut it out because it was causing a lot of discomfort in the mouth. But over the years, it's actually regrown again. So we're going to have her down. We're going to hopefully remove that big bony lump from her to upper jaw. But she's also got a selection of interesting looking teeth that we've noticed when we feed her and things. So she may find that she also has a couple of teeth to come out as well.
Local vet David Holler has arrived to perform the procedures. Jenny has already been given anaesthetic gas in a specially designed box for smaller primates. David gives the marmoset a general once-over and then examines her mouth.
Just still assessing what's going on, where and why.
He immediately identifies a number of issues.
We have got loose molars back here. See, they're moving around. And that's a very firm, sort of bony swelling there.
The large bony growth has caused some of Jenny's teeth to be displaced and grown over one of her canines.
May mean that we've got something, sadly, a little more serious, like a bone tumour that's gone along that jaw. Well, I think, we've got to take out anything that's loose, cut over that, take away as much of the bony lump as we can. Probably, potentially, even we'll find that the canine is loose in there.
It's going to be major work for such a little old lady. David uses a specialist drill to remove some of the bony growth. It's a fiddly job, but thankfully doesn't take too long. However, when it's done, there's more bad news.
There's nothing supporting that tooth now, this side. This sticking forward here. I don't think there's any point leaving it.
The canine will have to come out, along with any loose molars. Most of them are so loose or rotten, they come out easily. David then stitches up the gum to aid healing and reduce the chance of infection.
We had to take out the affected canine tooth, and several of the teeth behind have been displaced and pushed out of place by the bony swelling. So, as well as taking the bony swelling away, we had to take all of the teeth out in the right upper side of her jaw to hopefully make her a lot more comfortable, a lot happier for moving forward. So.
There's one more procedure to do. With the imminent arrival of Clyde, David inserts a contraceptive implant. The team don't want to perform a vasectomy on the male straight away, as they're not sure of his condition.
Next few days there will be some painkillers and some antibiotics to make sure we don't get any infection in there. But it's amazing how quickly males heal up. They heal generally very, very quick. And she should be more comfortable almost immediately because she hasn't got sore teeth moving around in her jaw every time she tries to eat. So hopefully we're on for better, more comfortable life moving forward.
Jenny is returned to the box to recover. All being well, in the coming days, she'll have some company and a new life companion. It's been less than 24 hours since 6-year-old orangutan Hujan made the short journey from Tuan's enclosure to his new home with the nursery group, and it's been full on from the moment he stepped inside. He's now living alongside 4 youngsters, plus matriarch Oisin, who's been surrogate mum to them all. It's quite different from the adult company he experienced residing with Tuan and his group of females. And at first, Hujan was a little overawed.
He was here for a good couple of hours just getting his bearings and things. And I think he went into a little bit of a shock moment where he suddenly realised where he is and not in a brand new building. He didn't know any of the orangs and suddenly he's faced with all the other orangutans in here. And then we decided to try and cheer him up. We'd let Oisin in because she was paying a lot of attention at him through the mesh. And then suddenly he came out of it and he seemed absolutely fine. I think he just wanted some comfort from another orangutan. So now it's just a case of just letting him to relax a little bit really in the house, trying to make it a nice positive place for him. And then we're going to start on intros with the other guys as soon as possible really. So we'll just see how he gets on.
Today, Hujan and Oisin have the run of the large indoor playroom and a couple of the bedrooms, while the rest of the group have access to the outdoor tunnels and the large enclosure. Oisin isn't the most active of orangutans, but always livens up when there's food about. And James is about to give the matriarch and her new charge their morning meal. Feeding time at the nursery is very different to Hujan's experience with Tuan's group, and he's having to adjust.
This is a completely new building for Hujan, very different to the last building that he lived in. One of the big changes is that there's an upstairs to here, so when we go up on the roof, he's not used to us being above him, so that's making him be a little bit wary during food times, but obviously we're usually up there feeding them, so then it ends up with a positive thing afterwards with the food coming down to him. So there's lots and lots of new things for him to get used to, but let's see how he copes. I think he's a very well-rounded individual, so I think he's going to do well.
So well, in fact, James thinks the youngster is ready to take the next step in his journey. He prepares to give them access to some of the tunnel system. The tunnel's segregated to avoid physical contact with the others for now. Oisin appreciates the move and shows she can shift a bit, when so inclined. However, Hujan is content to have the playroom all to himself. His new nursery home is the perfect playground for captive orangutan youngsters to grow up and learn how to act and socialise with others of their own kind. Monkey World has been the European creche for orphaned orangutans for more than a decade, and over this period, the staff have helped many infants develop in confidence, supported by a number of foster mums. But there comes a day when the youngsters outgrow the nursery, and it's time to move on.
The main reason behind this nursery really is to try and get these orangutans to grow up in a normal way, to act like orangutans, and so that they can then learn as much as they can before they reach that sort of age of sexual maturity. And then when they do go off to other places, it will make it much, much better when they meet all these new orangutans that they'll be around in perhaps another place, and hopefully they'll get on with them and know what to do, know how to behave and all of that sort of stuff. And if they don't learn that, things can go wrong quite badly.
One of the park's most recent graduates is adult male Sylvester. A few months ago, he made the long journey to a new home and life at Basel Zoo in Switzerland. He now has his own small group consisting of female Maya and her daughter, 5-year-old Padma. The trio appear to be getting on well together, but things aren't going entirely to plan. Sylvester is content in his comfy nest up high in one of the tunnels at the orangutan house and isn't inclined to leave it. He'll only emerge for food and drink and is yet to venture outside.
In the beginning he was very active, very okay, and then after a few weeks he decided that he needs a bit more time and he settled down in his nest and he's active, but he's not running around, and at the moment we're trying to convince him to go outside to enjoy the beautiful outside exhibits we have, but so far we didn't succeed. But we're still working on it and we're giving him time so he can do it on his own pace.
His day-to-day carer is Gabriella. She's been working closely with Sylvester, encouraging him to move and explore.
Hey, Sylvester, kom gaan schauen. Kom gaan schauen, Sylvester, kom.
But there's a lot for the young adult orangutan to take in.
Sylvester, huh?
His new home has different rooms and slides to get used to. And there's an adult male orangutan in residence close by. Vendel is his immediate neighbour. Sylvester's opted for a safe spot high up where he can take it all in.
The whole environment is new, keepers are new, his exhibit mates are new, so everything is new, and I imagine that he needs some more time to actually get used to it and also to have enough courage to go and see what's outside, to go and see how it is there, because he knows now the inside enclosures, he knows quite well, he knows where he is, he knows his place, he knows where he can stay safe, and the outside is new and adventurous, and I think he needs to build a bit more courage to actually go there.
The two females, Maya and daughter Padma, spend most of their time enjoying the outside enclosure. Sylvester has access any time he wants to join them, and to encourage him, Gabriella offers treats to the females in full view.
Ja, nicht schauen, hä? Wo hast du Padma?
When the trio are together inside, they get on well.
When I sit a long time alone inside and Maya and Padma come in for food, then you see that it's for him is, oh, she come back, oh yeah, oh, it's okay, yeah. You see it. The contact is very good and the contact is very friendly. No aggressive, no problems, nothing. It's very friendly.
A cold Swiss winter, which extended longer than usual into spring, didn't help matters.
If he would have come here in summer and would immediately have had access to outside, it would have been easier. So he got comfortable inside, and now he needs to relearn that there is more to the exhibit. And I hope that he will enjoy his new outside exhibit and profit from these new possibilities to have different experiences in his life.
The staff at Basel Zoo will give Sylvester all the time he needs to adapt to his new life. And once he's confident enough to head outside, the team are sure he'll love it. It's a baking hot day at the park, and Hananya's troop of 18 are feeling the heat. It's so warm the chimps have taken to relaxing in the shade, or sheltering under a sheet in order to get some respite from the sun. Even usually energetic Thelma's not up for running round today. But the weather isn't the only reason the group are a little subdued. A summer cold is doing the rounds, and some of the chimps are feeling out of sorts. Primate care staff member Wendy is mixing up a concoction to help. She's making a delicious cold remedy with ginger, lots of lemons and honey. It makes for a vitamin-packed soothing drink.
I walked in this morning, and at least half of Hananya's group are snotty and coughing and revolting, so we need to do a couple of things. Make them feel better. It's a hot day. It's been a hot couple of weeks, so we need to get fluids into them. So I shall boil this all up, my magic recipes. I shall let it cool down, and then later on, in a little while, we'll throw that over the fence line in bottles. Make sure everybody's gets some.
Wendy knows which chimps are displaying symptoms and will target them to make sure they get a bottle. But she's making enough for everyone, in the hope it'll help those not infected stay healthy.
It's really, really good stuff, honey, for colds and symptoms like that. The ginger just clears all the airways out, but also minimise the symptoms that they're suffering, because it's not nice having a cold. And when you're a chimp, you become a less nice chimp when you've got a cold. And when 18 chimps have got a cold, it's not pleasant. Fingers crossed we'll get this cold sorted out and they can get back to themselves again.
Once the potion has cooled and been decanted into bottles, Wendy distributes them to an excited troop. Chimps live in large groups, and once one of them catches a cold, it can spread like wildfire. Hopefully, this tasty medicinal treat will do the trick. Simon is one of the first to grab a bottle and unscrews the top with his teeth, before Thelma strolls in and pinches it from under his nose. He's a bit of a soft touch when it comes to the youngster. The bottles are thrown in from 2 different towers, so all the chimps can snaffle at least one. But dominant female Johnny, as usual, has grabbed more than her fair share. 1 in each hand, and 1 clutched in her right foot. Honey finds a quiet spot away from the others, so she can hold onto her bottle and enjoy the soothing drink. Thelma and Simon climb up to Johnny in the hope she may give up one of her cash. They've got no chance.
Johnny doesn't do sharing. I have never seen Johnny share. Not once. Plenty of the others, yes, absolutely. I've seen Hananya share with low rankers very sweetly. Johnny, nah. She will sit there and drink that as slowly as she possibly can. And she is going to make them suffer while she does it.
The drink has been a success and hopefully will help the group fight off infection. And when the bottle's empty, time for a tidy up before relaxing in the shade. While Hananya's chimp group take it easy in the warm summer sun, there's one small troop at the park who rarely take a laid-back approach to life. The family of 4 red-bellied gwennons. Mum Nia and Dad Benny have their hands full with their 2 daughters, Biff and Nala. The sisters like nothing better than dashing about, jumping and climbing in their wonderful outdoor enclosure. But with the temperatures soaring, the primate care staff have decided the full-throttle gwennons could do with a cool down. So they're serving up a fruity treat, frozen in blocks of ice.
This is a bit of a new thing for them. So they've had like chunks of frozen watermelon in the past, but they've never had big block lollies, and there's a lot of frozen fruit in here. So I don't think they're going to be able to believe their eyes when they first come out today.
Steph and the team aren't sure how the gwennons will approach the frozen feast.
The gwennons are pretty smart. It's whether they decide whether the cold ice is worth it or whether the better strategy is to just sit around and wait for the sun to melt through so they can grab the fruit. So it'll be interesting seeing if they actually bother with licking the lollies, or if they just sort of smash them on things, or if they wait for the sun to do the work for them.
The family of 4 are let out into the enclosure and take up vantage points to survey the unusual offering. They're normally full on when it comes to food. Youngsters Biff and Nala rarely hold back. But the suspended ice blocks have them flummoxed. They're not sure what to make of it all, or where to begin.
It's a bit of a free-for-all when the gwennons come out. Generally, the kids are not shy, and they're not opposed to pushing Dad out of the way when it comes to treats and stuff. Benny has a very good feeding strategy. Everything just gets shoved straight into his cheek pouches, but he can't do that with a big block frozen lolly. He's actually going to have to spend some time working on it first. But the kids are usually head first into anything new, so I expect they'll be the first ones.
And they are. Dad Benny watches on as Biff manages to prise a piece of fruit from one of the ice blocks. So that's how it's done. It doesn't take long for the rest of the family to get stuck in. Benny grabs hold and uses his teeth to free a piece of watermelon from the ice block. But he's no intention of sharing it with daughter Nala. She'll have to do the work if she wants the reward. The ice lollies are suspended all around the enclosure to give the gwennons a good workout, testing their agility and brains as they come up with tactics to retrieve the frozen fruit. Clever Benny discovers he has the strength to haul up a big chunk of ice hand over hand. His daughter Nala tries the same technique, but her first attempt ends in failure. Second time lucky? This time, she uses her teeth too. She can't quite manage it and is left with only a fragment of frozen fruit. As the day warms up, the ice starts to melt, revealing more and more of the tasty morsels. The gwennons don't have a great deal of fruit in their diet, so when they do, it's a real treat. Biff has managed to break off a big chunk of fruit smoothie. She heads to a platform with her sister Nala in close pursuit. Nala attempts to muscle in on the prize, but Biff's not for sharing. The ice enrichment has proved a hit with the whole family. In fact, it's been finger-licking good. And when they've had their fill, it's time for a brush-up and a spot of grooming. Next time on Monkey Life. Alison meets Clyde, a pet trade marmoset who refuses to transfer from his owner's travel cage to the safety of the park's travel box.
I don't like the cage with holes in it, but if that's what we're gonna have to do.
And Argentine chimp Sasha meets the challenge of Bart's outdoor enclosure for the very first time.